I'm going to talk today about essential bacteria in our skin. Most people know, and we hear so much about the bacteria in the gut and how it contributes to a healthy, strong immune system. But it's terribly important to understand that bacteria is needed throughout the body. And our first line of defense is our skin, and then our mouth, and then our gut. So we need to keep the bacteria on the surface of our skin healthy. And scientists have given us the authority to speak on their behalf. And as a result, we actually can become now our own doctor. Is there a doctor in the house? Yes, there is. You and me can become our own doctor. All we need is a little bit of knowledge on how our body works and how to have our own strong immune system. On the surface of the skin, scientists tell us that there's literally billions of bacteria. And what happens to this bacteria in a healthy person, that is? And usually the balance of bacteria is very strong, that there's 80% good bacteria and 20% what we would call bad bacteria. We need a little bit of balance. And what happens there is that when there is a healthy bacteria on the skin, that if there's any viruses or bugs that come in the vicinity of the person's environment, this bacteria acts as a repellent and it keeps away the bugs. Because we live in a world that's absolutely teeming with bacteria. So all we need is the bacteria that's healthy for our body. Unfortunately, we live in a world today, we're moving away from a world where I would call this a broken system. It's a system here that customers are buying into. They buy more and more and more, consume, they're unaware of what they're buying, and as a result they break down the foundation of their health, which is the immune system. So it's very easy for the chemical industry to make people sick. Very easy to make them sick. They just sell hype, people buy, they get sick. The trick is, how do you escape this sickness system and this broken system? Well, it's very easy, but we cannot make people sick well. We can only help to make people well. And that is that we offer a system and a brand to people, and should they wish to come with us and be educated, to learn, grow and transform their experience and become victors of this broken system. People here are victims. We help people become victors. And what we do is, and what scientists are telling us to do, is work from the bottom up. And what we do is we bring customers all the way up through this system, right up to as high as we can go. We have scientists that are studying nature and the power of nature, and they then speak to the manufacturer, who is a wellness manufacturer making goods and services. And then we are the customers directly linked. That's as close as we are. So we're actually above the system. We're not a victim of the system. Now we can use the system if we want, but there really is very little need to use it when you're actually working in this area up here. We can discard a lot of this. And we can, our body's very powerful. As I say, we can bring our body back into balance and back into harmony. We just have to have a little bit of knowledge and take little steps one day at a time. So that is the good news, that we can actually repair our body. And we do it we do it using a very simple procedure. We have a brand that we use, a brand that we trust. And when we use it properly in our healthy lifestyle, we get many benefits. We actually buy less, but we get more, rather than buying more and getting less. The more broken something is, the more you have to buy. The more effective something is, the less you have to buy. So we work with the body, not against the body. And again, I talk about the brand. I have spoken before about, I talked there about the science. I did a video on the scientific advisory board that we use in our brand. And I also talked about products that I use in my hair. I use a shampoo, which is my skin, to protect my skin. I use a conditioner to protect my skin. I use a body wash that
is important. Body, and again, I use these products, I cannot tell you, they last so long. And again, we can only help people. We can't sell things to people. We can just tell people what we're doing and what's available. And then if people want to have the experience, then they can have an experience with our brand and with our help and with our support. You're never on your own. So what I use then to wash my face, I use a cleanser. Again, I use very, very little. I have this for ages. And as you'll see, I just have a little mitt and I put that on my little mitten and I wash my face with that. You'd be surprised how the spread of that, how that covers. And that actually would make it a little bit too much, in fact. And then when I have used that, I have my day cream. And again, very precious. I use very little of that. It's very thick, very concentrated. That's about as much as I would use on my face and on my neck. And the same thing happens then at night time, when I go to bed at night. It's very important because at night time, that's when our repair work happens. So this is terribly important that we put on at night time. I suppose I should have said as well that I would use this here. This really is used as a mouthwash. But we use it as a mouthwash, but it has many uses, and I will do a video on the many uses that it has. I would put that into a little container and I spray just a little spray on my face that closes the pores and it protects the bacteria on the surface. All this feeds and nourishes and protects, and the bacteria on your skin will come back into proper balance, because now you're working with the body, and no matter how damaged your body is very powerful and it will come back and start repairing itself. I suppose that's the hardest part for us, is to actually explain to people that your body will come back to good health, provided it's not totally destroyed, but that that it has, if it's anything to work with, it will come back into balance and back into harmony. This is an amazing product. I have to mention that I have this in the kitchen, and if I get any burns or splashes or anything from the cooker, sunburn, anything like that, I just put a tiny little bit. It's like water, but it's very effective. Just spread a little bit, or 1 or 2 drops on the burn or on the sunburn, tiny little bit, and no blister, no red, no pain. It is just amazing. I mean, it's hard to believe that there are products like this. I would often see this as, in the Bible, when I'd heard, they kept the best wine until last. I mean, really and truly, we can't bring any more products onto the market. All we can do is bring people to the best, because we really need to recover very quickly. And the cleanser, the other thing I use as well is I use an underarm deodorant. And again, use very little. I will do a little video on that, because it is terribly, terribly important under our arm, how we protect under our arm. So as I say, the news is good. It's absolutely fantastic. It's great to be free from the burden of knowing that I'm caught in a trap. And I'm not the only one. I mean, this brand is on the global market, and we're just by word of mouth. That's all we're doing, is spreading by word of mouth. We don't use any advertising. We don't need to use advertising, because when people actually experience, get what they're looking for, we never look back. And that is that. So as I say, this brand, it's very simple. It's very easy. It's very affordable. And as I say, it protects, it's protecting our health today so that we have good health tomorrow. So I'll put the link, my link down underneath this little video, and anybody then that wants to, certainly I will talk to individuals, I will talk to groups, you can contact me online, and I can, show you the support, the mountain of support that's there behind each customer. We're not on our own. We're in a whole new system. And as I say, it's a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. And if people want to stay behind in the old way, that's fine. But if they want to come into the new lifestyle, science and lifestyle, certainly they will be more than surprised and delighted and well rewarded, not only for ourselves, but for our children, and to help educate our friends and family as well, because after all, we want our family and friends to be with us on this journey called life. So I put my contact underneath, and as I say, I'm here if anybody would like further information, because I know this is only the tip of the iceberg. And I hope this helps you.